You have to grow through what you go through.
What's up, family? Welcome into another edition of Make Every Second Count Live with me, your host, an international award-winning Make Every Second Count speaker. Now, guys, I am pumped up. I know. I am all the time, right? But I really am. It's so cool. We're on episode 31 of season 10. Like, I can't even explain it. When I started this show, I did not think it was going to go this long. And I am so excited for what the future holds, because these guests that I'm getting are absolutely amazing. But I ask you if you would please share this episode out. Invite people to watch it. And don't forget to give us all kinds of thumbs up, hearts, frowny faces, cry faces. Heck, you can even get mad at us. I don't care. Just help us trick the algorithm on one of the socials that we're on. And then also, please keep the comments coming. We want to have more of a conversation than just make a presentation. So, my guest tonight is amazing. She is from Nairobi, Kenya, where it is after 2 a.m. right now. And she's planning on being here. So, I've got to message her because she's not here yet, but it's all right because we will suffice. I had a plan tonight, anyways, to talk about one of the principles that I have been studying with the Stoics and Marcus Aurelius, but I'm going to control what I can control. So, with no further ado, I would like to bring to the stage the one who is in the middle of the night. Hey, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you, Jeff?
Oh, I am fantastic. Thank you so much for taking the time out of the middle of the night to be here with me and my peeps that are watching. So
I'm so honored.
I have to ask if you would um take it away, go through a short introduction about yourself, tell everybody who you are, where you're from, and what you do. That would be absolutely amazing. Try not to get into the adversity in this part, though. We will talk about that, but in the second part. One other thing that I want to add, Jumble.
Jumbo.
Yeah. Maisha Marefu.
Sorry?
Maisha Marefu means long life.
Long life, yeah.
Yeah. All right. So
Maisha
if you would
marefu to
like,
you too.
yeah, if you would like to tell everybody who you are, where you're from, and what you do, I would absolutely love that.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. And to the viewers, I'm Juddy Mbithe Muema. I'm born and raised in Kenya, and I'm an author. I'm a trauma advocate, a women empowerment facilitator, the founder and director of the Becoming a Circle, and I'm happy to be here today.
Yes, I am so thankful that you were here today. And I do want to point out that there are some people here in the comments saying hello to me, hello to everyone. We have Ben Bruce, who is from Nigeria, but he's actually in the Seychelles right now, which isn't too far off your coast. And then we have Robert Brooker, who is watching us from Canada right now. And we thank you so much, Robert. And he also says hi. And so I have to ask, is your name Judy or Juddy?
Judy with double D.
All right, well, that's cool. I love Judy's because my mom's name was Judy. My niece's name is Judy. So you have a
Oh,
fantastic name. And then we also have Believe in Yourself. And I'm not sure where he is from, but if you can let us know in the comments, Believe in Yourself, I would love that as well. So I happen to know from my own life that life has a tendency to put things in our way, tries to stop us from climbing that ladder of success, and tries to stop us from living a happy life. You see, when I was 17, I was in a severe car accident. I actually spent 2.5 months in the in a coma and 3.5 in the hospital. I was told I'd probably never walk again, but I do. And I have done that on 4 continents now, which is crazy to me. But I learned that you have to grow through that stuff. So, has there been anything in your life that you have had to grow through?
oh yeah. Sorry about what happened to you. Sorry about the accident.
Oh, don't be
And
sorry. It's old news now.
yeah, I know, but yeah, it's good I say sorry because I would say I was in the same position, but now mine was not about an accident, but some years back in 2015, my life changed. My life shifted from a different perspective of life because I was a small, young, naive girl. Um, by then, I guess I was age 17, and things happened. I was assaulted, if that's the right word to use. I was assaulted, and I guess that all ordeal happened, and it really completely changed me. Because I remember at some point, I had to try. I tried committing suicide twice because
Oh,
I knew the position I was in, and I don't fit to be alive. I don't fit to interacting with people. I don't fit, like, my life was like completely over because now this is just a young girl. She just came into the town. She has been assaulted. She has never been into any relationship. She doesn't know what to expect from a man, and here I was. And making the matter was, I'm pregnant. So, like, it the world shifted, and if I'm to use the right word, I was in a point where we usually say you just wish for the world to open up and just take you alive because I saw life not worth living. I saw life uh, a bit hard on me. Yeah, but all in
that is
that, I
crazy.
went. Yeah, it's crazy, but yeah, it was a long journey because for the last 5 years, I stayed with all that on my own without opening up to anyone, without not letting anyone know what happened to me, and I had to deal with it.
Wow. That is insane. And I'm glad that you failed at taking your own life. because I'm glad that you are still here with us, because it's pretty amazing. You can be here at 2 a.m. with me, and that is just absolutely amazing. So I'm glad that you failed at suicide.
I'm glad to.
So when, all right, I don't know if I should ask this or not, but when you were assaulted, was it violent?
Okay, one thing I I just I just don't remember what really happened because I was dragged. I just woke up the following day all
Oh,
messed up, all alone in the room. So I didn't even get to know who did that.
so have you ever found out who did it?
No.
No? And did you have the kid? I mean, you said you were
Yes, yes.
pregnant, I thought.
Yes, yes. I have yes, I had the kid. Um which I'm not okay, I'm not proud of me saying that I'm proud of things that I tried during that traumatic period because when I didn't make to take in my own life, I now shifted to just getting rid of the pregnancy. But I thank God everything failed, and in September, this coming September, I'll be celebrating my son's birthday, my son's 10th birthday.
Woo! Happy birthday to him. Guys, if you could do me a favor, put happy birthday in the comments because we want to celebrate that amazing occasion. So, what is all right? So, let's look at, you had something very bad happen. I'm not even trying to smooth that over. That is horrible, but something good came out of that.
Sure.
Can you tell us a little bit about your experience with what came out of that?
Okay. Um, at first, I would say it was real hard because now this is a baby bringing out another baby. It was tough, but I would thank God for my mom because my mom was there. My mom didn't know what happened to me. He just knew this is just a girl who went out and it happened. But she held me. My mom was my support system, if even to date. So
That's awesome.
uh, having my son, I guess that was a blessing in disguise because he has been everything that I've prayed to. He has given me, he has meant me not to abandon my goals. He has strengthened, he keeps on strengthening me each and every day because when growing up, my dream was to be a big girl who listens to people, who talks to people, who makes people uh, have a place where they can feel, where their emotions, their feelings are valuable. A girl who appears on TV, that was my dream, and I'm living that dream to date. So I would say that my son came and he gave me a new perspective of life. With time, it took time to almost 5 to 7 years for me to accept all this, for me to be out there and open to talk about the ordeal. And since the day I embraced that, I kept on loving my son and myself each and every day. And I'm just loving every bit of it.
That is so good. And I want to show you here that we have Believe in Yourself, who is saying, if please tell me your name, Believe in Yourself, because I don't like just saying believe in yourself. But he says happy birthday, And we also have Robert that says happy birthday. And Robert also said, thanks for being a night owl tonight, Judy. So people appreciate you. But I want to celebrate you for being so brave. So brave that you're able to speak this into existence. And it's just, well, you're able to speak about these experiences. And that's just amazing. So I want to say great job. You're stronger than you know. Actually, that goes for all of you out there. You are stronger than you know. And she now helps other people that are dealing with situations like this, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And how exactly do you help that way?
Okay. Since I'm a rape survivor, I know the trauma that surrounds people who have gone in such an ordeal, and I would say I would not love anyone to go through what I went, and not by themselves. Uh, that's why I came up and said that I need to work with these survivors. I need to work with victims and all types of traumas. When I came out and started talking about this, I found out that there are so many people, there are so many voices out there which are silenced. They can't come out and talk because we live in a society that is judgmental, where if you are raped, you are the cause of the rape. If you got a kid out of wedlock, if you got a kid when you are still another kid, that is judgmental. You seem like a cast. So I didn't want people to walk in the same shoe that I went, because I remember most of the time, most of the nights, I would just be home alone in my house. I would cry. I even remember sometimes I would use a face towel. I roll it and put it in my mouth so that when I'm crying, no one hears my voice. So I would not want anyone to go through that alone. So I took that bold step. I became voice of the voiceless, and I'm telling them, come out, let's speak about it, let's forgive ourselves, because we that is our past. We had no control over it. And the pain that we are having, we can change this pain into something. I usually tell I have so much passion in empowering women, and one thing that I do is to work with them in the journey of healing, healing from their past traumas, healing in their survival means that they learned when growing up, when life didn't go well with them. So I work with them, and I guess that's one thing that is keeping me strong each and every day. Because so far I've become in touch with so many women, and not only those victims of rape, but also people who are grieving, people who life changed and they can't find their way back. I've been working with them, and it has been such an amazing moment. Yes, sometimes we fall down, we break down, we cry, and it is good to cry. So I usually offer that safe space for them.
Yeah. Wow, that is amazing. And I love the fact that you want to help people because you understand that helping others with what you dealt with will help you in the long run. So, what one thing that I have noticed about people that move on from trauma, move on from pain, that they often look at what they can do. They don't look at what they can't do, because if you harp on what you can't do, then you're going to be more depressed. But they look at what they can do. So I like the fact that you decided you can reach out there and help other people. That is very cool. So I know right now, well, I know that you have written a book. Can you tell us a little bit about that book, please?
Okay, thank you. I've written a book. It's called A Toast of Deception. A Toast of Deception. It's a book that carries the trauma that surrounds rape. It is featuring my story. I've talked about my story there to encourage and strengthen someone out there to become a voice to the voiceless. And it has the journey of healing and the journey of restoration. Because after healing, there is restoration. I usually have this mentorship program for women to heal, grow, pray, and rediscover themselves. And I usually tell them that after healing, God needs you to now go for the assignment. It is not done after the healing, but after the healing, we go to the assignment. So the book carries my journey, the trauma, and it carries the healing and also the restoration. The restoration is the Judy who is sitting here tonight, today, yeah.
So, can I ask you to talk a little bit about the restoration, the things you did in order to heal yourself?
Okay. One of the things that I've come to know about healing is not an overnight journey. It's not a one day happening that it is just you just sleep and it happens. It is a process. And um, one thing that I had to do for me to say that we don't heal as survivors of trauma, you don't heal. It is a process of it that happens each and every day. But I would say that I'm healed because one thing that I did was to accept it happened. Yes, it happened. I didn't have control over it because most of the time, as victims, as survivors, um, we tend to blame ourselves more. But now, accepting that it happens, it's the first step of healing. And the second step of healing is forgiving yourself. We usually carry a guilty, a blame of someone else who did the act. So you forgive yourself and know that this is not your responsibility to carry this kind of guilty. The responsibility is for the person who did the act. Is the one who is responsible to feel the guilty, to blame himself. For yours is to forgive yourself. So I usually say the journey to healing, you start with accepting, forgiving yourself, and forgiving the person who did the act. For me, it was hard when I had to forgive. I started with forgiving myself, which was easy. The second thing, going to forgive the person. Now, here I don't have the closure if it was who it was. I don't know if it was one person or two, but I had to forgive them. We usually say this:
Wow.
forgiveness is not for that other, it's not for the other person who did the act. Forgiveness is for your own, it is for yourself. So when I learned this and I embraced it and I practiced it, it was so easy for me to come out and speak. It was so easy for me to now learn new ways of how am I going this pain, how am I going to change it, how am I going to help someone out there who's going through the same. So you accept, you forgive yourself, you stop taking responsibilities of other crazy people out there, and you just embrace life. Yeah.
That is so cool. And so I admire the fact that you were able to forgive this other person. And while I think that might have something to do with them giving you your son, and like I said, I know this is a horrible situation. I'm not trying to downplay the situation at all, but so this situation gave you your son, and does that make the situation easier or harder to forgive?
Okay, it is hard to forgive, but uh, being that I'm a Christian, I love God, I've read the scriptures, and I know forgiveness, it is for my own sake. So, and for me to be healed and to stop having those memories, those flashbacks, because at some point I used to remember how it happened, how before I was drugged, how how everything was going on. I remember having those blurry visions. So sometimes I would just imagine what happened, because I've seen scenes of rape. I've watched videos, movies. I've read through books, so I know how bad an ordeal it is. So I used to imagine myself what went through about me. But when I started practicing forgiveness, accepting, and knowing that it wasn't my fault, and I'm not the one to take the responsibility, it became so easier for me. So, and again, seeing my son, I tell you, I'm having a very handsome young boy, a very brave young boy, and like he makes me not even to think a such thing happened. He makes my mind to even forget that I got. There's a time people were saying, my son is called Brighton. They say that Brighton is a product of rape, and I told them no. This is a blessing, and when we are naming our kids in our homelands, we usually name them according to our tribes, to the people who were after us. And when it was time for naming Brighton, I just called him Brighton and I gave him our homeland name. And instead of giving him according to our ancestors, I gave him a name called Mowo. Mowo means peace.
Moa means peace.
Mowo, yeah, yeah, it means peace. So I didn't want my son or anything about him to be attached with the painful season that I was in. So I had to speak blessing over him. I had to call him a peace so that he may grow and manifest in that.
That right there is awesome. That you named your son Peace, and I don't know, that's just really cool that you did such a thing coming out of such an ordeal, and I'm seriously proud of you. But I have to ask now, how can people get a hold of your book?
Okay, my book is on Amazon. I have my book on Amazon. If you go to Amazon all markets, you'll just search Toast of Deception by Juddy Mbithe Muema. We have so many toasts of deceptions, but just go and search a toast of deception by Juddy Mbithe Muema. You'll see the cover of the book. It has my beautiful face. Yeah, that's where you can order the book. We have yeah, I should acknowledge that. So we have the hard copy and the soft copy, and it's just an amazing book. You can just buy it not for yourself, not because you are a survivor, but you can share it because it carries what we call the emotional support. Because I usually say that survivors of rape, they need so much love. They need people to tell them, yes, it is okay to break down, it is okay to cry, it is okay to feel this way. So we need a lot of support from our family and from close friends. So getting this book, it doesn't mean you are a victim or a survivor, but it means that you can support another person who is going through the same.
Yes, that is so true. And I hope everybody out there can support people that go through such terrible things. But I have to ask one other question, Judy. Is there any contact information you would like people to have?
Yes, yes. Um, you can also reach me through my email. I have an email which is bithejudy at gmail.com. Bithejudy at gmail.com. That's my email. You can also reach me through my social media handles. On Facebook, I'm Juddy Mbithe. On Instagram, I'm Juddy Mbithe. On YouTube, I'm Juddy Mbithe. On TikTok, I'm Juddy Mbithe. So you on LinkedIn, I'm Juddy Mbithe. So you can just go and reach out to me through those channels.
Yes, that is awesome. I just want to take a second here and tell you how amazed I am by you, by your strength, by your courage, that you are out there trying to help other people. And I find that very admirable. And I, you're just doing amazing work, Judy. So
Thank you so
thank you
much.
so much. And I thank you for being here. And I hope you have a great night's sleep after this. And know that you have helped the world. All right. Thank you so much, Judy. Again, I'll talk to you later. All right.
Yes, yes. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Guys, each and every one of you out there needs to do me a favor this week, next week, and for the rest of your life. I need you to make every second count. Why? Because you never know when those seconds will run out on your one life. And that's all we get. So I'll see you back here next Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And until then, you have a great week. Thank you guys for
Thank
watching.
you.